Well, on the 19th of July, I pressed on from Burney Falls State Park to Lassen Volcanic National Park, 35 miles. It was going to be a great ride, and I was really looking forward to seeing the HatCreek Radio Observatory. Along the way, I ran into these two. They were riding their bike. It was a brother and sister riding their bike from Arizona to see their father up in Washington State. I thought it was so cool. Plus, it's the only other bicycles I'd seen this whole trip. But they had left a lot of stuff behind as they went to lighten the load. But it was really cool. I mean, we talked for like a half hour. Then I made it to the HatCreek Radio Observatory, and it was so quiet out there. Most beautiful valley I'd ever seen. And I also found out that you can't use your cell phones here because the disruption, if there was any disruption from the phones, it would screw up the radio antennas. And this is what they've been looking at with these radio telescopes. There's 42 antennae, and they're set up an array called the Allen Telescopic Array. And they use these things to look at the infrared spectrum through radio frequencies. And they can see galaxies, nebulae, just the most wonders of the universe. And what blows me away is these things are millions of light years away. And it takes light, 186,000 meters per second squared to cover 1 year of distance. That's a light year. Now, radio waves travel much slower. So these galaxies may not even exist anymore because what we're looking at is the past. I mean, these images were created from radio waves from a source that occurred millions of years ago. The galaxy that you see now is probably not even there anymore. It's moved somewhere else, or it doesn't exist, and the radio sources probably have changed. And if there was any life in these galaxies when these frequencies were emitted, they're long dead now. That's what I love about this observatory. It's an actual window to the past. It's more like a time machine. All of these telescopes all over the world, they see the past in the sky. Each star is the past. And it blows my mind away. I mean, look at these things. They're beautiful to look at. And that's all radio frequency. Infrared emissions coming from the galaxies. And I parked here and did a recharge. After that little speech, it sounds kind of trivial now. But there was only one person running the place, and it was a self-guided tour. So I made myself at home, and I just looked around. These are the antennas. Most of them were in the offline position, I guess, waiting for the night. They were being controlled by SRI International, I believe, in Menlo Park, California, by way of high-speed internet. This was a pretty cool little thing. It was a inflatable warehouse. And they kept a lot of their maintenance vehicles in there, along with a lot of nesting birds. They took full advantage of this. The wind was kind of blowing, so it would make a lot of noise. The canvas would make a lot of noise, like I suppose a hot air balloon would. Here are the antennas. You can see they were arranged in a pattern all across the area. They had plenty of mounts too for more antennas to be mounted, but I guess the grants didn't come through. Most of this operation is made possible by private donations. If you notice the sky above, this is an aircraft corridor, but it's just beautiful here. I can't imagine what it's like with the snow all over the place. I wonder if these antennae are able to work. But these are the most interesting things. These are radio telescopes. And it's just amazing. It's not like, you look through these things. No. They receive radio frequencies from outer space. And it's really cool. I got some pretty good close-up shots. I have one video that showed one of them coming online and being pointed towards something in the sky. It just amazes me, the technology involved. If you ever go to Hat Creek or go down the 89, I highly recommend you take a look at this place. To me, it's just one big time machine looking back into the past. I hope you look at it in that light. Pardon the pun.